we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
Chuck and I are pulling into the homestead. Coming up for the weekend, just he and I, meeting my sister and her friend Matt. And of course the puppies are super excited to be here. It is a gorgeous evening and we are super excited to be here, aren't we?
You got it.
Yeah, baby. I'm hanging on the back of the truck, or on the side of the truck I should say.
Freedom! Freedom Ranch!
Freedom to risk my life. Say hello.
Hello!
That's like a little mini fire.
Yeah, it's not my normal.
It's a wee fire. That is a skunk, my friends, that has sprayed Capone. It was right next to our tent. Come on, little dude. Oh, there he goes.
There you go. Go on.
Where are the dogs? Or do you have them locked up?
No, Capone.
So good morning. We are out with Al the builder. We're checking the moisture on some of our timber. See if it's dried very much in the sun.
There you go. Keep her palm.
16.
19.7 on that 2x. Now I got 16.6 on the 1x.
What'd you get on this one?
19.
I got 18.7.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Yep. $25.2. Until you get to 30%, when it's drying, what you're doing is getting rid of the free water.
Yeah.
And not the bound water. And the difference being is the water between the cells is free water. The water within the cells is bound water, yeah. And the woods won't start shrinking until you get rid of the free water and you start losing the bound water. That's when the cells start shrinking.
Okay. And when they start shrinking is what percent?
Somewhere around 30%.
Oh, that's when the wood does start shrinking.
That's when it starts shrinking.
So while the builders are checking out the logs to figure out how they are going to put the cabin together, Chuck and I are going to do an inventory of all the wood that we have so we know exactly the numbers of 2x4s, 1x6s, all the
1x4s,
1x4s, lots of different
2x10s, 2x8s, all that. We're doing a lumber inventory.
Yes.
Basically just to give the builders an idea of what they have to work with.
Yep.
And
what
it'll
else we
be
might
an
need.
approximate inventory. It won't be exact, but it'll be close enough.
Yep. So. It's going to be a hot day to do it, but we're looking forward to getting it done.
Yep.
2x8x20.
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
2x6x20. How many of those? 4. Oopsie, I typed in 3. Not big dumb.
6-inch, 8-inch width.
Capone, you're messing your dad up. Capone. You got it right, buddy. Hi, Capella. No, I'm not throwing that for you, girl.
77.
77.
These are, yeah, these are the bottom rows. I'll do the bottoms first. These are the big guys.
How long are they?
20 feet long.
Okay.
And they're 10 inches.
10 wide.
10 wide. We have 1, 2. I have 10 of those.
what we're thinking about right now is taking and running like a 1x8 tongue and groove across this way.
Right, right on the rafters.
Yes, and that's not going to be structural. That's the reason we can get by with that 1x8. I would suggest using the spray foam, like a closed cell. Because a closed cell, we don't have to have the depth. Like if we go with an open cell, which is a little cheaper, then you got to have more than a 2x6.
Okay, so we are about to do a final staking for the cabin on where it needs to be because our septic guy, Cody, who is just awesome, is going to come and excavate the land to get it all set for the footers and the foundation to be done. So we have got to finalize this.
Right, and our cabin builder, Al, has come up with kind of thinking, we're going to do some measurements here in a few minutes, but he thinks that because of the slope, we may have a chance to actually have a very low-cost basement, at least for some portion underneath the house. So we're going to check that out and see if there's enough elevation here, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, because it'll be great because then we'll have some storage underneath the house. So, okay, let's get measuring.
Make it happen.
Oh, don't we want to move over 2 feet though? Oh, look at you. You're so awesome.
I don't know if that's 2 feet, but
It's close enough. Gives us a little extra space.
probably not quite. It's probably 22 inches, but check it out.
That's 2 feet. That'll work. Okay, so I'm going 40 feet long.
Yep.
Okay, hold her. Okay, let's see. So this will be the corner part of the cabin with a wraparound porch. And let's look at the view and see if we like it enough. So is that it right there? Okay. 48.5. Okay. Moving on over here. Check to see if it's square. Yep.
48.5.
Woo!
Good.
Oh, we got it perfect on the first time. Luck is with us. This is the meaning that this is exactly where the cabin needs to be. Not an inch off. It's perfect.
Right.
Perfection.
Right. Must
Yay.
be destiny.
Must be. Must be now if we can just get the well to pull some water up. When are they going to start fracking?
The fracking begins.
The fracking begins when?
Next Thursday or Friday, I think, is what he said, that
Okay.
he'll be out here to do a little
And
fracking.
we're at 805 feet right now.
Right.
And they still have not hit enough water.
So we hope the big boom cracks some rocks, and maybe even if we're really lucky, it'll spew oil.
Oh, wouldn't that be wonderful? Since we're paying all this money for them to dig that low.
Beverly Hillbillies.
We're getting rich. Wishful thinking. So we're going to walk back to where the yurt is going to be put. Hopefully we'll start getting the foundation or the decking in the next week or two. Deanna's going to be putting that in. So then hopefully in a couple weeks, well, the end of the month, July, beginning of August, we should get the yurt to be able to install it. So then we will have a place to live, albeit temporarily, but we go in this way. It's a mess back there. We removed some of the stumps that Chuck and I had cut out a little while ago. It's a nice open area. It'll be protected by the trees for storms, which will be great. And then the long drop is just right over there. So there it is. Isn't that exciting? So we're gonna swing around here, and this will be where the cabin is right there. So it kind of gives you a little bit of perspective.
We're gonna teach you for the first time how to drive this tractor. You've driven tractors before, so it's not your very first time.
No, I've driven it once before, but just like it for a short bit.
Yeah, let me show you all the features on this one.
I can figure out how to work it.
Oh, if I could figure out how to chop your head off
Oh,
with the camera, I'm really good at it. I was focused on something else, sorry. Okay, turn it on and rev it up. A little faster. My son Christian has a term for beautiful women called smoke shows, and I think I have a total smoke show right here in this hot.
we are on to our next project, which is moving, oh, it's windy, all of the stacks of wood over next to the kiln. So it looks just a little bit more organized, and yeah, then we can get them ready to move in when it's time to switch out the logs. Here comes Chuck to pick up the first load. So we discovered that the stickers are pushing against the end of the forklift, so we have to come and cut those stickers down so we can get all the wood on completely. Luckily, Chuck has his chainsaw handy. Always on the ready, that man. Here he comes to save the day.
A manly chainsaw.
That's mine! The battery powered, so I won't cut my limbs off. But it'll do the trick for this.
Feel the raw power.
The raw power, yes indeed. Hey, it did the trick. We'll be able to get the wood on now. Yes. Fabulous.
Brooke's first attempt at picking up a stack of lumber. So you're okay. You come on forward. Okay, tilt your forks. You gotta lower it. Tilt the forks down. going. Keep going. Drive right in. There you go. Now tilt it back. Yep. There you go. Gotta tilt her a little more. There you go. A little more. All the way back with it. There you go. That's it. That's all we'll do. Now lift it up. Lift it up a little. No, you pull it back. There you go. There you go. All right.
But you can see what was laying on the ground is definitely getting moldy.
Yeah, we should have been doing this. Like next time we do lumber,
Yeah.
we're gonna go right from the sawmill right into the stacks,
Yeah.
right on tarps, and get it set up exactly.
We have made a decision to call it a day. It's about 5 o'clock on Sunday. We're still gonna drive home about 3 hours. But we want to get into that creek before we go so we can cool off and then grab some dinner. It's been a good weekend. There's Chuck living the dream.